Yeah, that intro slaps.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What is going on? It's your boy Preston, Fat Samurai Guy, and back with another episode of Versus, baby. Oh yeah, where we pick two movies, put them against each other, and have a fun, action-packed, and sometimes most likely, excuse me, hilarious debate on movies. If you missed our last one, a shout out to the Fanatical Dragon. I didn't give him credit for his picks for the last one. He was the one that picked Street Fighter versus City Hunter, and I said, let me add to the pain and hilariosity, and let's do Dead or Alive as well. Let's throw Dead or Alive in there. So shout out to Fanatical Dragon, which he'll be making a special video vote appearance a little bit later. But up first, oh shit. Again, I apologize for the late delay here, guys, but we're here ready to rock and roll. But legends have returned. But before we get to these legends, shout out to Rick Myers and Kyle Wong. They weren't able to make it. But we do have Rick Myers' vote, which we will get to a little bit later when it's time to vote. But up first, director, that's right, Los Phoenix, that's right, and filmmaker and video game creator, James Couche. Welcome back.
Hey, how's it going, man?
How you been? How you been, brother?
I've been busy. Good kind of busy. Just too many projects. Just like a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, it's gonna be an exciting year.
Nice, exciting year. I like that. Let's go. And here he is, a man of many talents, part-time model, part-time assassin, samurai assassin, and ninja, part-time ninja when he feels like it. He can go back and forth. master Call of Duty player. That's right. Here he is, Frankie Balboa. Welcome back, brother. Looking smooth, son.
Yo, man, it's springtime, man. Like they say, spring forward. And when it's the fall, you fall back. But I'm going forward right now, baby.
Let's go. Good to have you back, man. Yeah, man. And
I appreciate it. I love these, man. Yeah. I love these. It's fun to get some of these awesome gems that, these casuals saw it differently than we did. You know what I mean? So we got to give them some insight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, we do have another video vote also from Tristan, martial arts film freak. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. And that's what's cool and awesome about these Versus episodes. It gives us a chance, like Frankie said, to revisit. But also, you don't know who's going to win. You never know. And there's been so many times where I'm coming and I'm like, I know exactly who I'm voting for, baby. I know. And then by the end of the discussion, I'm like, you know what? I'm going the other way. But that's what's so fun about it. And we have the community poll vote as well on the YouTube channel. We vote now. Yeah, you can vote now. If we have a tie, your vote will break the tie. Let's see, who do we got up in here? Jake Hall, what's going on? Good to see you. Here he is. Will in the Heezy. We got Holly, what's going down? And Journey, good to see you guys, man. Yeah. All right. So up first, we're going to get into it. Now what made I did the choices this time around. And what made me choose these two, believe it or not, it's not the obvious a whole bunch of assassins looking for something or someone or something in a moving vehicle. Believe it or not, that wasn't what made me choose these. It didn't come to my head, right at the bat. I was watching Fight or Flight, and while I was watching it, Josh Hartnett's character, I'm like, he's kind of reminding me of Brad Pitt's character a little bit, only because he doesn't look like he belongs there.
Yes.
He doesn't look like he belongs there at all, except the only difference is, he kills everyone. Brad Pitt doesn't really kill anyone. I think he only killed one person, but on purpose. Everything else was all accidental kills because he's a peace-loving man. He's all about, he doesn't even choose to take the gun with him when he goes on the mission in Bullet Train. But that's what really made me choose both of these. And then I was just like, oh yeah, they're both surrounded by assassins on moving vehicles. But I was like, both actors don't look like they belong there, which is the point of both films. They both look like they're out of their league. And that's, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put these both together. So like, why not? So up first, this is going to be spoiler heavy for both films. Ooh. And James, up first, give us the plot synopsis for Bullet Train. We're going to start with that first. And and the legends that's involved with this, and director and all that good stuff.
All right, so direct from IMDb. An unlucky assassin named Ladybug, codename, is determined to do his job peacefully after too many gigs have gone off the rails. But fate has other plans, and Ladybug's latest mission puts him on a collision course with lethal adversaries from around the globe, all with connected yet conflicting objectives on the world's fastest train. And that's Bullet Train. Based on a novel, based on a hit novel from Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crazy. Like the minute that thing published, there was a bidding war for the movie rights.
What? Mm-hmm. Really? Interesting.
There's some controversy with the casting, but hey, whatever.
I mean, you know, when you have an American, when Americans make it, you're going to have American actors. It's just kind of, it's just understood.
Right. Gotcha. Directed by and some of the stars in this one, James.
So it's directed by David Leitch, who is one half of the duo who made the first John Wick. He's also made Deadpool 2 and Atomic Blonde, Hobbs and Shaw. He's got quite the pedigree. The movie stars Brad Pitt as Ladybug, and you know, kind of a rare action role. He really doesn't do these kinds of characters very often.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Brian Tyree Williams, I think.
Henry.
Had Brian Tyree Henry. Yeah. And wow, I'm suddenly blanking on some of these guys. Aaron Taylor Johnson played Assassin Brothers. Bad Bunny shows up. Zazie Beetz shows up.
Yeah.
Andrew Koji sobs his way through most of the movie. Hiroyuki Sanada shows up and just like destroys everybody. It is a cameo fest. There's so many like famous faces in this movie. It feels like David Leitch just called in every favor he had and got as many people in this movie as he could.
Right. Yeah, correct. So believe it or not, me and Kyle reviewed this film when it came out. We did a trailer reaction to it and we lost our minds because of who's in this, who's direct. We lost our minds with the trailer reaction. So when we went to go see the movie, my review for Bullet Train back then was a little controversial. A lot of people were actually disappointed with my review of Bullet Train. But here's the thing, you guys got to remember, my expectations were through the fucking roof. They were skyrocketing, all right, through the roof. So my expectations were so high. And I love the show Warrior, and I became a big Andrew Koji fan, and I'm watching this movie, and that motherfucker doesn't do anything. I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, this dude, and you get to that moment at the end where, you know, his father comes up, the great legendary Hiroyuki Sanada. He shows up at the end, and I was like, oh man, we're gonna see father and son fight side by side against all these assassins, or maybe a 2-on-1 fight against Michael Shannon. Nope, we didn't get any of that. So that really like bummed me out because I'm like, dude, I was like, David, you're a legend, okay? You hired Andrew Koji. You got Andrew Koji in your movie, dude, and you're not gonna have him do anything. I think he only like stabbed 2 people. So there was a lot of things about Bullet Train when I first watched it I really enjoyed. I really liked. There were some funny moments. These 2 guys cracked me up. a lot of film. Yeah. A lot of people, you know, they were like, these 2 are the best characters in the movie, and they're both absolutely great together. And this is proof where if you give it's Aaron, right? Aaron
Taylor Johnson. Yep.
If you give Aaron the right role and script, he could do a phenomenal acting job. He could do such a good job. And both of them were so great together. Great chemistry, really hilarious. All their montages were fucking funny. Just them just mowing down people, shooting. I mean, they again, like Frankie said, they stole the movie. Man. He's like, I hate swords, and then he's like, I like swords. What is it? Was it Lemon and Tangerine? Right?
Yeah.
And then Lemon with his Thomas the Tank comparisons. he uses Thomas the Tank characters to know how to read people. But he's like, you're a diesel. You're a diesel. You cause trouble. You got Brad Pitt saying, I'm not a diesel, you're a diesel. So yeah, I mean, these guys were the best, and I really enjoyed them the first time.
Highlight of the movie.
Yeah, Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, there some of the action I liked, and it was cool. You're always gonna score points with me with Sonata unsheathing, okay, and just cutting dudes down. You're gonna score points. But even his fight with Michael Shannon was like disappointing. I'm gonna get a lot of hate today. I'm gonna get a lot of flack. All right.
I'll share in your hate because I have a lot of because I was disappointed by this movie too. Probably for a lot of the same reasons.
I was excited. And I was like, oh, they're gonna duel. Let's fucking go. And it was as low, we're gonna cut away to something else. Whoops, sorry. I'm all excited. But like that was the first time I viewed it. All right. We were even joking that the water bottle had more of a character arc than a lot of the other people in the movie. So we were like really kind of bashing the movie and more just disappointed in anything. I don't think we gave it like a bad review. It just wasn't that high. And everybody thought I was insane. Basically, they were like, Samurai Guy, we're so disappointed, man. But unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, man. Screw this guy. But that was back then. How do I feel about the movie now? That's why I was kind of hoping Kyle could join us to see if he has changed his mind on it. But how do I feel about it now? Well, now that I have absolutely no expectations, and going in, revisiting it, I really enjoyed it. I still have my pet peeves with the film, but now, time has passed. Time's passed. Like no expectations, and it's a fun movie. Great production value, great cast, a lot of personality, and I enjoy it now. I definitely enjoy it now. Now, am I going to jizz all over it? Am I gonna have every time I watch the movie, I'm going to have some tissue over here? No, but will I buy it for a cheap Blu-ray, $5 Blu-ray? Sure, yeah, sure. Why not? Because there's some fun moments in here. I guess really for these two right here, really. But it's a fun movie. It's a fun action comedy, and I didn't really hate it the first time, but again, I kind of I had more fun with it revisiting it after all these years. So that's all I'll say. So am I hinting at what my vote will be? Well, we'll see. We'll see. You have to wait to the end of the video to find out. But James, thoughts on Bullet Train? Is this your second visit like me, or is this your first time watching?
This is my second visit. I think maybe my perspective on it got even worse. But I remember
interesting. Okay.
when this movie came out, I don't think I had quite the same high expectations. My expectations were tempered by watching Hobbs and Shaw. I'm like, oh, well, that wasn't very good. So yeah. I wasn't expecting Deadpool 2 or Atomic Blonde levels of like awesome.
Right.
It's a gorgeous movie. It is beautifully like the colors, the cinematography, the production design. We were still kind of stuck in the doldrums of Marvel where everything was a little bit like gray and bland. So to see this come out was awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it is a bloated movie. There are so much stuff going on. There are so many characters that are not terribly important that could have just been treated as cameos. Bad Bunny was really good, but his character didn't really need to have a backstory. Zazie Beetz is great and everything. I didn't care about her backstory. It's just Zazie Beetz with like fighting Brad Pitt. That's all I needed. And I think cutting all that stuff out, like we're cutting it down, would have probably made the movie flow better, would have made it like more exciting, made it faster paced, definitely.
Yeah.
And the fight scenes, I remembered watching it, and this is before I kind of knew what I was looking at, but it kind of is it's the 87-11 training wheels fights, where it's like, okay, Brad Pitt's not Scott Adkins. Brad Pitt's not even Tom Cruise. So you kind of have to give him pretty basic, relatively like easy to perform choreography. And so, and when you see it, because like, okay, this actor wasn't quite up to the challenge, but they still have this really great system for still letting them do their own fights. But over time, you realize, oh, they're just doing the same kind of moves over and over. This is very limited choreography. And this movie was kind of full of that. And it did kind of bum me out. Like also Andrew Koji, you didn't have to have him in the movie to just bawl his eyes out the whole time. Well,
anybody could have played that part. Anybody could have played that part.
Anybody could have played that part. Yeah, I think that if they had cut out some of the excess, like the cameos were fun, but the movie was just kind of a slog, a beautiful slog, and it was funny. Yeah. And Joey King was a great villain because you like legitimately just like you wanted to see her go down so bad. So when she gets hit by the truck at the end of the movie, just completely out of random, it's like, okay, that was extremely satisfying.
Yeah,
but yeah, so much of this thing was just. I liked it I enjoyed it the first time, and then the second time I watched it, I'm like, I'm so bored. Like it's like can we just get through this? I don't care about this guy's whole wedding party getting massacred accidentally. Like just have a fight Brad Pitt. That's all I care about. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I thought Marco Zaror was in both of these movies, and apparently no, he's only in Fight or Flight.
Yeah.
But I think I just kind of telegraphed my answer. But yeah, I think I was a bit probably more harsh on it than you were. And that it's structure kind of sucks. Pacing sucks. The fights are decent, but they're definitely B tier 8711 as opposed to like A tier stuff like John Wick or Atomic Blonde. And yeah, it is a damn beautiful movie.
I was stunned Daniel Bernhardt was not in this.
I was speaking of things that would have elevated the film a little bit.
Oh, I know for sure. I mean, yeah, and I get it. Bad Bunny is way more popular than Andrew Koji. I get it. But I mean, when the pop star, has more of an action fight sequence than Andrew Koji, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
They could have hired someone else to play his son, especially when he killed like maybe 2 people or something. It was so disappointing.
Yeah,
don't
tease us like that, guys. We love Andrew Koji. The guy rocks, and you did him dirty. Did he have a fight scene and he just didn't get time to shoot it? Like, could we have had a father and son fighting Michael Shannon fight? Because that would have been cool. I'd have. But no, dude, that would have made the finale so much better and more meaningful.
Oh yeah, for sure. So interesting. I enjoyed it more. I had more fun with it. Rewatching it again, and you were like less fun with it. Interesting. All right, let's see what the Shogun Supreme thinks about Bullet Train.
Man, I saw this film when it hit Netflix. I didn't see it in the theater. And when it hit Netflix, I was like, this is a fucking crazy cast. I saw the director.
Yeah.
I saw Joey King. I'm like, oh, she was great. And the Princess film. I love that film. And I'm like, okay. And I keep scrolling down the IMDb list. And I'm like, wait a minute. Andrew Koji? Hidenuka Sanada's in this? Brad Pitt? I got to watch it.
Yeah.
So when I saw it the first time, the first 15 minutes, I'm like, why this film looks like it's edited by a TikToker.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ADHD. I'm like, what all these character intros? Like, I know that with montages with a backstory, like, James explained. But when you do a backstory to a character, similar to the way Robert Rodriguez does it, you think you're going to get a badass encounter. Nah. It's just there. It's like those things could have served as backstory when they talk about my time in Mexico or something. Because the film was just like, I'm like, why are these characters here? They're not going to serve anything to the story, just to get mowed down. It's like giving a backstory to an NPC in a video game. At least like talking about video games, Dark Souls did it right because the NPC goes through the journey with you and gives you more of the lore. This doesn't do anything. It seemed like this film was a budget like, hey, I got this money. I want you guys here. People are going to see it, but we're going to have fun. Because this was like everybody had a blast in this film. Mm-hmm. Everybody. That set, the trailer park for that movie set must have been awesome. You got Bad Bunny, Brad Pitt. You have freaking Andrew Koji. You had everybody. Even Sandra Bullock's in this film. I'm like, what the fuck? I was caught off guard with that.
Yeah.
But this film, after watching it a second time, because I hated it the first time, I'm like, this movie is fucking stupid. It's annoying. I'm like, I'm being annoyed. The fight sucks. The lighting is pissing me off. It looks like I'm watching at a Twitch gamer's fucking stream with all this neon saturated lighting. Some of the musical choices was not my cup of tea. Everything felt like I was at an EDM festival. I'm freaking Coke and MDM or something, bro. It was just when nothing's happening, and then they're hyping up the white. What was the dude's name? The white ghost or something?
White Death. The White Death.
But you keep seeing the same sequence. I'm like, show him why he's the man. No, I see him walking around like a Fortnite cut screen and nothing is happening. Just people bleeding and crying. And I'm like, show me why this guy's a badass.
Right.
Show me. Like, why are you so dope? But after watching the second time, I disregarded all of that.
Okay.
And I took it for what I was presenting.
Okay. And
Brian, what's his name? Brian Tyree Henry.
Yep.
And Aaron Taylor.
Yeah.
I stayed for them.
Yeah.
For me, I saw it like that was their movie, and Joe and Keane, everybody was supporting characters. When I viewed it like that, it was a great, not great, an entertaining comedy.
There you go.
Friends.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining comedy because I really loved their chemistry, the dynamics, some of the hijinks, like the accidental kills with Brad Pitt fights on Bad Bunny when he brings the damn suitcase up. And it deflects back and he goes, Mi corazón. That's such Aladdin shit because we say that even with food, you know? So, yeah. But the whole thing seems like a giant missed opportunity. The whole freaking film, a lot of stuff could have been condensed down. This should have not been a 2-hour film. It should have not been at all. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And when I found out it was based on a novel, the lighting didn't bother me because the way the antics are, everything seems very animated and cartoony.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the late 90s and early 2000s comic books from Cliffhanger, from Joe Madureira, Gilberto Ramos, when stuff was a mix between markers and digital, had this nice bleeding, saturated look to it. So you don't take the thing seriously. So I'm like, I forgot this film is gorgeous in 4K. It's beautiful. So it's one of those films I enjoy to a certain extent the second time with friends. I saw this with friends. We were like, what the fuck is this shit? Everybody was like, yo, we had a good laugh.
Good.
Because
I'm
usually,
happy to hear that.
Usually when I hear this new trend with a lot of films that have to be action with this witty banter that Tarantino made popular and everybody just ran off with,
right.
It annoys me. You see it in a lot of Marvel films. I'm like, everybody's self-aware, everybody's so edgy. But with this film, it was a good balance with it because how everything looks, everything's really goofy from the very beginning, and I go with consistency. So with the disappointing fights and everything, I enjoy watching the film for those three individuals, Joy Keane, Brian Tyree Henry, and Aaron Taylor, because man, they're freaking fun. And like you mentioned earlier, and it's something that a lot of us emphasize, why physical media is important, because if I see this in the bin for $5, I'm thinking about it like, you know what? I'm getting this goddamn disc because the sound is great. Yeah. I'm not a fan of some of the soundtrack, but there's some other musical choices I love, and it just looks great. It's just, not every film has to be a banger. There's something in there that just makes you laugh. Because there's films we grew up with, you show it to people now, they think like, you like this dog shit? American Ninja? What the fuck? I'm like, man, that's blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
You know, or Ninja Terminator, you know, and the film reminds me of that era for some weird reason. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that David took the studio money. Hey guys, I want me to do this shit. I really don't give a fuck. Let's have fun, have some drinks, and have a blast. And that's what I get from this movie. Everybody have fun.
There you go. Yeah. Well said. Well said. And there's his character, Ladybug here, basically this all the whole him just having bad luck all the time. He ended up using that to his advantage, towards the end. But we're still, I think everyone's in agreement, even in chat right now is in agreement that they did Koji wrong. But
super wrong, but what?
There was some fun.
I got Brian and Aaron. I love that.
Yeah.
when you watch certain films, the expectations are not met.
Right.
And you watch a second time, you get to value stuff that you wasn't paying attention to because you were just focused. Come on, let these guys shine.
Yeah.
And I got to see two guys that I want to see them, in other films with. And I'm like, for me, the discovery is what made it special. I want to see what other work they do, So
I'm kind of glad not both of them died. I'm kind of glad at least one of the brothers lived. In the movie.
Honestly, once I saw Joey King, I ran straight there. I'm like, oh, this girl reminds me of all my Russian girlfriends. I'm watching this. I'm watching this. She looks like a demon. So yeah.
Yeah, but we got Zazie Beetz saying "bitch" 1,000 times, which was cracking me up. But yeah, there's definitely moments. I mean, like the cool moments here. But I agree with you, Frankie. We needed to see more of this.
Yes,
we need to see more of
so fucking cool.
Why does everyone fear the White Death? We needed to see more. I know they were trying to make him mysterious and stuff like that. But you do get some moments of some fun little action here and there. Anytime this legend unsheaths and cuts some people down, it's always a bonus. We just needed more. We just needed
somebody in your chat. I gotta shout out your chat. Your chat is awesome and hysterical, bro. Somebody mentioned something very dope. That will be a great spin-off with freaking both of the characters, Tangerine and Lemon. That'd be great. I would watch that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, imagine if they were the main characters and you had you were all this investment in them because Tangerine. I think it was Tangerine was got trapped outside the train and had to get back inside. That was pretty intense, right? Imagine you're really invested in these guys' story and then one of them dies. And you're just devastated. And you want to see the brother get his revenge for himself, his brother, and for you, the audience. I think it would have been a better movie if they had gone that route because as cool as Brad Pitt was, I don't know. It did kind of feel like he didn't really do much. He didn't grow a whole lot. He just was this. If anything, he probably would have worked better as just a comic relief.
Yeah.
Or a bumbling side character.
He accepted his purpose after Sonata explained it to him. He had his one Jack Burton moment at the end, throwing the knife. There's this one Jack Burton moment.
The way I see it, the way Ladybug was it's just a Tuesday. Hit him with Dan Bison. Can I get a drink now? All right, cool. I'm getting the fuck out of here. We good.
Because the guy, it was a Carver. The original guy had a stomach ache.
Yeah.
So he had to fill in for him. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Joey was great. And yeah, again, watching it with no expectations this time, I did enjoy it a lot more. Will it be my vote? Well, you're going to have to wait and find out. Oh, this was interesting. Look at this in chat right now. Look at this. Geeky in the house saying Bullet Train was so much fun. There we go. Will says, hopefully no Andrew Koji crying in the upcoming Street Fighter.
I mean,
I will get up and walk out the theater. I will walk out of the theater if that happens.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
I'm so worried about that movie. I
can't wait. I can't wait to watch both because we're going to do it, guys. We're going to do Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat 2. It's going to happen. We're going to do it.
It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be great. But yeah, Red Eclipse says if you don't have high expectations, Bullet Train is fun to watch. But this is interesting. We got Thinkster in the house. Look at it. He says here, Fight or Flight was a great, pleasant surprise. Bullet Train was a relative disappointment. Look at that. Look at that chiming in. I'm going to do a reaction a little bit later, Anthony. Just no spoilers for the Furious. Channing Tatum should have been a surprise.
That was a real fun random cameo. He was also a highlight.
That would have been fun. He might as well have been an assassin at that point. But yeah, definitely interesting to revisit, and I forgive it a little bit. But you got to remember, guys, everyone that's involved, this team, this stunt crew, this director, you can understand my expectations going through the roof the first time I watched it. And I was just like, oh man, what the fuck happened? But it is a fun movie. It is definitely fun, worth watching. All right, now, zero expectations for this movie. Negative expectations for this movie. I saw the trailer and I was like, well, that might be fun. Oh, Marco Zeror's in it. Oh, Juju Chanseto's in it. 2 awesome legends that I've had on the channel and I've interviewed. I literally was only going to see the movie for them, but I didn't get a chance to go see it in theater. But Rick Myers covered it here on Action Film Autopsy. And for the most part, as far as I can remember, he chuckled, he laughed, he said he enjoyed it, but he did say it should have went straight to streaming. He said that movie should not have gone to theater. It should have been a straight to streaming action movie. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of that take? Because of the budget.
I disagree. If a film has opportunity to be in a theater, put it. We had the Blair Witch Project, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like watching, regardless of the film quality,
right,
and budget, to watch on a theater. It's a different experience. It's totally different. There's nothing like watching a film at the theater, because how many retro screenings we've seen for films that were straight to VHS? So I disagree with that. You know,
interesting. I like that. I like that.
I have to disagree with that too.
Well, a bunch of people, the hype. I mean, Fat Samurai, you was there. It wasn't straight to DVD or anything like that. But when we saw Big Trouble in Little China, a film that's available in so many formats, we were hyped at Big Bad Film Fest. So that's what we're there for the crowd. Yeah. And just watching it at a big screen. It's something like the silver screen. Nothing could replace that. I know
when we saw Affinity. When we saw Affinity in theater.
Affinity, You know, I talk about quality. I hate the projection quality. I have a beast of an OLED, but man, it's nothing like watching it on that screen in that perspective. Nothing like it. Nothing will beat it. And I'll take that to the grave. That'll be in my freaking epitaph, bro. Watch movies on the screen.
Well, I like it.
It doesn't feel like a streaming movie though, because streaming movies, especially streaming action movies, are meant to be half watched. They're meant to be watched while you're doom scrolling or folding laundry. Right. And this movie, there was always so much crazy shit going on that you couldn't look away. Like, you had to pay attention, because it's like, all right, what batshit insane thing is Hardnet gonna do next, or what escalation are we gonna see, or what not so subtle assassin are we gonna see plotting? It's like there's all these little details that if you're not paying attention, you're gonna get lost. Whereas,
especially with a dialogue, explaining the backstory instead of using flashbacks, I give him props. The writing is really well done and explaining what is happening, why this is gonna happen. So they did a great job with that.
Copy that. Well, let's go and jump into it. James, do you have it up, or Frankie? Who has Fight or Flight plot synopsis up?
I've got it up.
Okay, Frankie's got it.
It's very brief. Frankie, you want to go?
Go for it, Frankie. Yeah. Plot synopsis and go for it.
Because Frank is different and I'm anti-IMDb, so I'm watching this from the movie database.
All right.
A mercenary takes on the job of tracking down a target on the plane, but must protect that target when they are surrounded by people trying to kill both of them. And that's pretty much the goddamn film.
Yeah.
With an extra sauce on it.
Yeah. And
it's directed by James Madigan and written by DJ, that's a dope name, DJ Cortana, starring Josh Harrod, Katharina Shadaran. Excuse my Dominican English. She's in, Bridgerton, because you have a girlfriend. You've seen that show. Marcos Azor is in it. Juju Chan.
Yeah,
oh my God, there's so many great people in this film, and Katie Sackhoff, who does a good job in this film. Oh my God,
copy that.
And one thing, and you probably know this, but the action choreography, and there's a reason why this movie stands out, has Alain Moussi.
Alan Moussi does the choreo?
Yeah. I could have sworn I saw him for a brief second in the beginning. I was like, is that Alain Moussi? I was like, is that Alan Moussi? Because he's like, when everybody's fighting, it's all carnage.
And Rahim Akabaki.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, they both are, you already know, jiu-jitsu practitioners. They train with champions. So there's a reason why this film is lit. It is.
Shout out to both of them. And I've had Alan on the show before, but shout out to both of them. It was great talking to him. I'll get Brahim on here at some point. But yeah, both of those are beasts. So thanks for letting us know about that, Frankie, for sure. But
because when I saw the biography, I'm like,
yeah,
this looks familiar. I went like this to my phone. I'm like, I freaking knew it. I knew it. And then when I saw Brahim's name, I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, because those two guys, let me tell you, before we get into it.
Yeah.
When you let stunt guys do the thing and the director respects their vision,
yeah,
they're gonna stand out to what they do in the East. Because I always say there's nothing wrong with stunt coordinators in the West. It's because some directors think they know better, and those directors don't have an action background. And when you do get a director with an action background, you're gonna see great stuff that becomes stuff of the generations, like The Matrix, the John Wicks, and so on. So yeah, those two guys, I really want them to like do their thing and shine, because imagine these two guys with Scott Adkins,
right?
And other, Michael Jai White, with a budget. So,
all right,
this movie is just nuts.
Let's just jump into it. Here's our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our hero, ladies and gentlemen, right here. But yeah, when I went in, I'll talk about my experience real quick, then we'll go to James. Again, zero negative expectations at all. I was like, oh, hopefully Marco has a cool scene, and I would love to see him and Juju. That's the only really reason I wanted to watch it. And man, obviously, if you compare the glitz and the glamour and the production value to Bullet Train, obviously everyone's going to go towards Bullet Train, because like James said, Bullet Train's gorgeous. And you could tell Bullet Train has a bigger budget. All right. You could tell. But budget is not all. It's not everything for me. It's not all that is, or there is for me. For as long as the movie's entertaining, that's all that matters to me. I could care less who's directing this movie, the budget, who's starring in it. This little low budget movie over here, if this little low budget movie over here is more entertaining, guess where I'm going? Guess where I'm gravitating towards? So, zero expectations watching this, and man, like, what did Frankie say earlier? He said a lot of the fights in Bullet Train were kind of disappointing. All of the fights in Fight or Flight are fucking satisfying as all hell. I'm talking.
This is why we do this.
Yes,
dude. Okay, again, like, we got bone breaking. All right, we got chainsaws getting ripped out. I don't even know if I've ever seen that in the history of movies. Have I ever seen a chainsaw in an action movie on a plane? Has that ever been done? Maybe a horror movie, but I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, every single, and the stunt crew, big shout out to the stunt guys in here. Mm-hmm. They made Josh Hartnett look capable, and you can tell.
I was surprised.
Yes, and you could tell they didn't, like, kind of similar what James said with Brad. You could tell they didn't really give him anything in terms of fight choreography. They didn't really give him anything super complicated. They weren't going to, hey, Josh, we're going to need you to do some tricking. Josh, we need you to do a spinning back flip, 360-degree Guyver kick. All right. No, they gave him something he could work with, and they made him, shout out to the stunt team. They made him look convincing on screen. And this is the wrong movie. Sorry about that. Let me get the right screenshot here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this movie's legitimately funny in places. And yeah, it's wacky and goofy in other places. But, when the shit hits the fan, I mean, I kind of like the idea of, he's kind of like this lovable loser, but he's really not that. When you get to know his character a little bit later, he's not really that much of a loser. He just went against his superior, earlier in the movie when he was on a mission and somebody was getting, sexually assaulted, and he was like, "Nah, fuck this dude. I'm gonna kick this guy's ass." And he disobeyed orders, and he kind of got blacklisted from the agency, and he just kind of went to Thailand and went to a whole drinking binge, wearing Hawaiian shirts and shit. So, but now he wants back in.
We all been there.
I still got Hawaiian shirts in the closet right now.
His biggest crime was being like a good dude. And in a world where being a good guy is not going to help you. And, I think it kind of that made him a lot more like endearing than Ladybug ever was. Cause it's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
But and yeah, like, so right off the bat, you're like, yeah, there's something about this dude is just more interesting because he's also way more of a train wreck. Like when you like, he's like passed out in the back of a tuk tuk, like he still has like half a bottle of booze on him.
Yeah. Oh man, hilarious. But yeah, I'm watching this and I'm like, dude, this action's legit. It feels like it earned its R rating.
Oh, and
Bullet Train at times kind of felt like a hard PG-13, you know, until you finally start seeing blood a little bit later here and there with blood squibs and stuff like that. But dude, I mean, I was really surprised, and some of the characters were very, very well done. You know, I enjoyed this character, and she could fight on her own. She didn't have any like martial arts skill, but she kind of had like survival. She's like, fuck it, I'm grabbing the case that's up here, I'm gonna slam it on the guy. You know, but you know, she was kind of in over her head as well. And you find out that she's really the MacGuffin, or you know, the person that everyone's searching for because she's a hacker.
Quite a good surprise.
Yeah. And she's a super hacker. And she ends up working for this company. She finds out the company's shady, and now she's like taking the data and trying to kind of help the kids. Wu-Tang for the kids. All right, Wu-Tang for the kids. So, you know, and that's why all the assassins are hunting her. And, you know, they want Hartnett to bring her in alive. But of course, that all goes to hell once the assassins come running. But yeah, again, action, satisfying, and sometimes just really well done and really funny. Really funny. But just beat down. I mean, the female assassins are coming in here kicking ass, and they're getting it. You know, everybody's just getting it in this movie. But so
these guys were fucking great, bro. Oh my
god. Oh my god. Again, satisfying action. But look at this. Bone breaking, son. Bone breaking. We didn't get any of that in Bullet Train. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by this. Look at this. This guy's getting fucked up. And when bro, my favorite scene in the movie, and somebody brought it up in chat. Let me go back a bit. The toad venom hallucination scene.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I was dying, bro.
Oh my god. It is hysterical, bro.
Yo, but PhatSamurai, tell me you didn't feel satisfied when that hallucination scene is happening.
Yeah.
And she tosses him the chainsaw.
Oh.
I felt like he fell. I'm like, yeah, baby.
Oh. Yeah, and they didn't shy away from the violence. The dismembered fools. People got
some Evil Dead level action violence happening on this airplane. Like this is what we signed up for. Like this is exactly what we signed up for.
Yeah, for sure. And there's Juju Chan shows up with her crew, kicking ass and taking names. But yeah, when he got thrown the chainsaw, it was on. It was on like Donkey Kong, and the carnage got turned up to 11. But here you go. Just the movie was not holding back at all. But yeah, perfect. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness style. I mean, just straight up carnage. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I cracked up. It's like, yeah, the whole movie took place on this plane. Who gives a fuck?
Who cares? God, when the Wu-Tang chicks show up. Oh,
yo. Dude, it's like, who cares? Like, oh, it looks like it's low budget. It's all it takes. Who gives a fuck? Are you getting fun action scenes? Who gives a shit, dude?
But also, go for it. You notice how they did a really good job of like, this is what a fight in a really confined space is going to be like. Because they're constantly slamming each other in the walls, breaking arms. Like this gag with the wine glass, which was just the one of the most like what the fuck kills you'll ever see. And they did the action was so much better because they were like really taking into account like the location. The bit where the guy keeps getting shoved into the overhead compartment and locked in there was just hilarious. And for his part, Hartnett really went for it. Like there's literally one fight where he's like been poisoned and he's losing control of his limbs, so he's fighting Marco Zaror as he's struggling to try to like move properly. And it's like this is a legit. I've never seen a fight like this, and it also kind of plays out in like a really surprising and fun way. And that kill, the way Marco goes out, is just like
Oh, dying.
Oh, you don't see it coming, and they're like, wait, what the hell? Why is he hanging from the ceiling? And he falls down. You realize he just took a sprinkler to the head.
Yeah, and
they showed the wound. They showed the freaking wound.
Yeah, and I'm so happy they gave Marco Zawar time to shine too. We spent time with his character for a while.
Yeah,
compared to the other assassins, we spent the most time with Marco. He had to sit down. He had back and forth with Josh. He got him a drink. He was telling him about his dance show he's trying to put together. He's trying to work on a dance.
He gets to be a little weird, which is something Marco does really well.
Yeah, and what a great fight, right? What a great fight. But yeah, you get to spend some time with him a little bit. You know, it was nice. It was nice. But yeah, he does weird very well if he needs to be, especially when he's villainous. He's so good, man. But I had a blast watching it, man. And this I will definitely buy on Blu-ray, or if it's on 4K, definitely buy. And
this is a day one 4K for me, man.
Yeah. And what cracked me up, man, was the ending, bro. Like, you think everything's fine, and then he wakes up literally in the middle of a war zone. And it kind of sets up for a sequel, or it's more of a like, we could set it up for a sequel, or it's more of just what's one more joke before we end the movie, when he thinks he's all fine, and then he wakes up and she's like, I'm sorry, I had to bring you here. And it's just war zone, you know. It's just, and again, being creative with little will always score more points with me than big budget. We have all the money we want. We have the crew we want. We have everything. We have creative freedom, and we have all this budget. But this, working with less, will always impress me more in the long run. And Fight or Flight, man, is a fucking blast. James, anything? I know I did most of the talking there. Anything to say before we go to Frankie about your experience with watching Fight or Flight?
I think watching Fight or Flight made me harsher on Bullet Train. Both of these movies have so much in common. They're so similar in so many ways. But Fight or Flight is the zero expectations, lower budget version that just does it better. And we see this happen all the time. There's like, here's the lower budget version of this big budget thing, or, you know, comparable thing. And the lower budget one is always like better, more creative. In this case, fully fucking deranged. Like, everything about this movie was deranged. Like, the kills were crazy. The story got nuts. It felt claustrophobic. The characters were a lot of fun. And I would think that the action was so much better because it was more creative. They used the space better than whereas Bullet Train just seemed to build like the biggest train ever so they can have all the space to fight. This is like, nope, you have people literally fighting in like it's a pretty big jumbo jet, but at the same time it's still a jet. There's still very limited space. Yeah, like there's so limited space to move. But yeah, I didn't have any expectations for this, and honestly, I feel bad that I slept on this for so long. And everybody, but we all kind of did, because it came out. It was out of theaters like 2 weeks, no promotion, no nothing, and
I probably wouldn't even watch it if I didn't see Marco in it. I probably wouldn't even checked it out. Yeah, nice. Copy that, Frankie. Thoughts on Fight or Flight?
I love every aspect of this film, and the thing that surprised me the most was how much I gave a shit about every character, even the choices that were fucked up because of the situation they're in. Like Katie Sackhoff, she did what she had to do because she wanted to remain in that position. It's fucked up, but and also the story is very relevant. What's going on with this whole Epstein thing?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is the angle we're going with. And the ghosts and all that stuff, how we try to hamper people trying to like do good for the world, like, Eric Snowden, what was the guy, Eric Snowden? All this stuff is going through my mind. And I'm like, damn, I feel bad for this dude, And the jokes were great. It wasn't no witty banter. But the fights on these confined spaces really shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Very surprised.
Camera staying still. I'm like, oh, this is going in. I had a few instances where you see a little jump cut, like for some of the hits, but I'm like, you know what? I let it slide.
Yeah.
It was only a few times because it was well choreographed scenes. But that fight scene, and James mentioned it, with the wine glass on this lady's eye where they had the Maori tattoo, like, you know, the Polynesian New Zealanders.
Maori,
That fight was nuts.
Yeah.
The fact that she kept fighting and we kept seeing this and they kept zooming in, I'm like, no way this is happening.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. It was, and the thing is, her fight style, straight freaking elbows, brutal, a lot of leeway going to the tax follow through, like they're really trying to really hurt each other. I got a Hong Kong vibe, a Thailand vibe, also from the late 2000s.
Yeah,
it was really a well done scene. And when you think it's over, those three guys appear. I'm like, what the hell now? And when I saw that, when you see your limbs go like toothpick, I'm like, oh hell no. And there's so many you could talk about this scene. And then when the Wu-Tang ladies, the girls from the Wu-Tang Mountains pop up with a fly kick, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? But it's so much going on. And then the way they trying to keep the regular passengers like, hey, now everything is good, because one of the actors, I got him here, who for me was great. Danny Ashcott, he was one of the stewardess, the Indian looking guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was funny. The flight attendants in this film kept the balance, like you felt the anxiety from them, you know. So
what the fuck is happening?
It was just speaking. It was definitely great. I mean, I love everything, and I like the way the story was structured. Like I mentioned earlier, they did use flashbacks like that, but they were explaining things through dialogue,
right?
And what's going to go on. And there's something I noticed. I love little details that as the film progressed and is getting towards the end, if you notice when they're fighting, you see armpit sweat on their shirts, on all of them. I love that. I'm like, when the guy picked up the dude and put him back in the compartment. Yeah. You see at least 4 or 5 dudes with armpit sweat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And they love poking eyeballs. I've never seen so many eyeballs get poked with different items. It was ridiculous.
And chainsaws. Let's go, man.
I haven't enjoyed a climax for a film in so long, because when he was tripping balls,
dude,
and you got that lady there, and you start seeing fireworks, and you know, like, what the fuck, is he really tripping? And then you realize what actually happened, and then you see the girl next to him all full of blood, looking like Ready or Not. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And the funny thing is, this film tells you what it's going to be about from the beginning, but you're not expecting this.
Yeah.
The movie starts like a freaking Pantera show. And this is how it all began. Like, straight hard. And then it goes to Cemetery Gates. You know? I have no issues. Like, I usually am very nitpicky, but man, I like a lot of the actors in the movie.
Yeah. All right.
I love everything.
Copy that. Well, I know chat and everybody watching right now are probably like, well, now we know where they're kind of going towards. Well, it's still not over, because we have 2 video guest votes, and Rick Myers submitted his vote. So, and I have a feeling, because I know both of these 2 other legends that are going to do their video votes, I kind of have a feeling they're going to go a certain way. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. Plus, I'm not surprised with the community post. I'm not surprised with the community post results. So that may break the tie if we have a tie. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. It's time to start voting. James, can you keep the tally? Can you keep the tally, sir?
I will do my best.
Okay. Up first, Rick Myers. That's right. Martial Arts Hall of Famer. That's right. Best-selling and award-winning author. His vote goes to Bullet Train. There you go. There we go. So we have one for Bullet Train. Okay, up next, we have the fanatical one right here who submitted his video vote. I kind of have a feeling. I haven't watched any of these, believe it or not. I just kind of threw them up. I didn't have time. I was running late today. Sorry about that. So let's see where this legend goes towards. Let's check it out.
Hey Samurai, hey folks, so it's versus time again. We're talking Bullet Train versus Fight or Flight. Not even close for me this time round. It's got to be Fight or Flight. I think it's an infinitely better movie compared to Bullet Train. Bullet Train, too much CG, everything's too much of a joke, and not that many of the jokes land, whereas Fight or Flight, genuinely pretty funny script with some incredible performances, much better action. Marco Zeror does phenomenally well in that movie, although he's in it for a little bit too short. But yeah, for me, Fight or Flight, easy. Absolute no-brainer. Back to you guys.
Bro, I did not see that coming, dude. Yo, shout out to the fanatical one. I did not see that coming at all. Wow. Whoa, he chose Fight or Flight. Wow, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. All right. Now I got to do some screen share action. I'm going to bring up Tristan's video right here. We can all watch it together. Let's see. Tristan always goes out with his videos. He goes all out. So let's see what he voted for. So we got one for Bullet Train and we got one for Fight or Flight. Let's see where Tristan goes.
All right, so here we are, back at it again with a debate for the ages. Except that doesn't work. That does not make sense. No, this is not a debate for the ages. This is the ass whooping of a generation. This contest is not Bigfoot Silva versus Mark Hunt where they throw down for 5 straight rounds. No, this is Yuri Boyka versus that wimpy kid who keeps selling his diary at the Scholastic Book Fair. One movie directed by an experienced stuntman who has spent the last 15 or so years directing some of the most influential action movies of the century. The other movie directed by a VFX artist who was second unit director on 3 of the worst movies I've ever seen and 1 episode of a Marvel TV show that no one's ever watched. The crazy thing is to me that people call Fight or Flight Bullet Train on a Plane, but that doesn't work. That is just one big insult to Bullet Train. And I thought it was crazy. I saw the movie, I saw Fight or Flight, and I just heard that quote and I thought, what the f are you talking about? I thought I was insane. I went home and I watched Bullet Train, and it's so much better in every single way. Bullet Train is one of the most entertaining movies of the decade. The characters are so fun and colorful. They all play off each other, have excellent chemistry from one to the next, to the next, to the next. Every single character bounces off the other one so perfectly. Every single performance, from Tyree Henry to Joey King to Brad Pitt, Zazie Beetz, even Sandra Bullock over the phone. Everyone in this movie is absolutely killing it. The writing, the dialogue is so fun and clever. It's like a mixture of Tarantino with Guy Ritchie with a little dose of Farrelly Brothers. It's beautifully paced and creatively structured. And yeah, sure, the action in Bullet Train is not amazing. It's not perfect. It's not the best action or martial arts movie of the decade. It's one of the most fun ones. But I accepted that the action, the martial arts, was not exactly the main draw of the film. However, it is still a nice, delicious, savory bit of bacon bits on top of what is already a beautifully delicious layered lasagna. So all of those compliments that I just paid to Bullet Train, you can just subtract every single one of those from Fight or Flight. The only thing that Fight or Flight had going for it, the only draw that brought me into the movie theater, was Marco Zeror and Juju Chanzetto. And even they don't get to do a whole lot in this movie. Fight or Flight is bland. It is stale in both story and characters. Not a single performance outside of Josh Hartnett is doing anything to really catch any attention. No one is pulling the magic that we saw from the chemistry between Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson in Bullet Train. It was so good. The dialogue is nauseatingly cliche for pretty much the entire movie. It's just stop talking. And even the action, even though it is far more abundant, there is much more action in Fight or Flight. Even that, for the most part, is pretty goddamn boring. Fight or Flight manages to make all of its action just this cartoony violence that feels like Jason Statham in Crank and John Wick had this just extremely mediocre baby. Bullet Train is wall-to-wall personality, heart, and soul. And Fight or Flight has None of that. But the biggest sin of fight or flight is not just that it's terrible or bad, awful, any of those words. It's not. Honestly, fight or flight is not any of those words. It's not awful. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just dull. It's just boring. It's monotonous. And that is the worst possible thing a movie can be. I would love to talk all day with somebody about a truly awful movie. And I do frequently. I love a good bad movie. But you know how often fight or flight comes up when someone wants to talk about bad movies? Never, because it's not bad. It's just nothing. It exists, and I don't know why. So obviously my vote here is going to be for Bullet Train, but I needed to do this. I needed to make this. I saw this debate was happening, and I needed to speak up, because while my vote is very clearly for Bullet Train, it is a gem of a film that honestly I love very, very much. It's such a good movie. I'll probably rewatch it today after I talk about this. I need fight or flight to be shoved down and cast into the depths of hell. I just think it's that. Meh. It's just meh. It exists, and it's meh. But Josh Hartnett, I would like you to know that I'm not mad at you. I can never be mad at you, because you were in Bunraku, and Bunraku absolutely slaps. Go watch Bunraku. Bye.
Hey, this is what Versus is all about. I love it. I love it. Big, huge shout out to Tristan. Thank you so much for sending that video. And he brought it to James.
I kept thinking of James when he said pacing. I'm like,
yeah, did we watch the same movie? Were you watching on your phone? Like, did you have your phone out while watching? I don't. Yeah, literally all the things he said about fight or flight is the same shit I said about Bullet Train.
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
But I love it. I love it. This is what Versus is all about. Everybody with different opinions here. Look at Jim Jam says fight or flight for me. Look at that. We got a just now chat voting. Look at that. What's up? All the way from East Africa. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. But yeah, great video as always. And yeah, he brought up some fun points. And again, I totally understand why people would most likely prefer Bullet Train more over fight or flight. I totally get it. But again, I'm kind of surprised Fanatical went fight or flight. I'm actually surprised. That stunned me. So where are we at now with the tally?
So we have 2 for Bullet Train, 1 for fight or flight.
1 for fight or flight. All right. Well, let me go ahead. Jake Hall's putting his into his little vote here. Bullet Train. Let me go to the poll, because the way things are going right now, we're not going to have a tie today, buddy. So let me show the community poll again. Not surprised at all. So much bigger budget, huge cast, great stunt team, great director, a lot of personality. I get it. I totally get why Bullet Train completely destroyed. Everybody voted. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. But I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this. You know,
I mean,
you want the new shiny toy, you know, or you want something that will last longer.
The glossy blockbuster versus the scrappy low budget actioner.
Here we go. We got a chat saying Bullet Train. We got another fight or flight for me. This is great. See, look at this. Versus is what it's all about. Everybody going back and forth. But you know where we're going, folks. You know where we're going. We're going to start with James. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to say our vote. James, who are you voting for? Who you got?
Fight or flight all the way. It didn't have the budget. It also didn't have the pedigree of the team, but it did so much more than It was so much better than it had any right to be, and Bullet Train was so much more disappointing for the team it had at its disposal.
Yeah. Okay. Frankie.
Fight or flight, bro.
Okay.
I just love everything about it. The story, the characters, and there's somebody tripping acid with a freaking goddamn chainsaw. That's all I need. Limbs are flying, bro. There's Wu-Tang ladies. There's elbows freaking with Maori people, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I just love Fight or Flight. Bullet Train was just,
yeah.
So much violence committed against eyeballs.
Put it like this.
Yeah.
I could rewatch Fight or Flight on my own, but Bullet Train, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it.
You could say Bullet Train is more of a crowd pleaser.
It is. If you have like buddies over,
right?
A couple of Modelo's and Jameson, you could throw that bad boy on.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Fight or Flight for me all day.
Well, you get a better reaction from Fight or Flight. The minute the chainsaw comes out, it's like, yep.
True. But I'm trying to give Bullet Train something. A little something.
It's the mainstream movie versus this movie is probably going to be a cult hit. So exactly. Right now it's most people like Bullet Train. Give it a couple of years, and Fight or Flight's gonna more people see Fight or Flight. I think the attitude will change.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of those. And oh my god, this thing was so played out back in the day. This is such a classic, underseen gem. Watch, see the headlines.
Mm-hmm. Hidden gem. There you go. Well, where am I going? Where am I voting for? Who am I? What? When? Why? Where? Well, I'm happy to say that I'm glad we did this, and it gave me a chance to revisit Bullet Train because, like I said earlier, I was really, really, really disappointed the first time I watched it, and now so many years have passed, and thanks to Versus, I got a chance to revisit it, and I enjoyed it a lot more. It is a fun action movie, but man, more fun than action. There you go. More fun than action, but again, I like rooting for the underdogs, man. That especially, in my opinion, had more satisfying action. So this is action versus. Sorry, Tristan, I love you, brother, but the winner of today's versus is.
Oh my god, the picture you picked for Josh is so perfect with the winner. He's like,
And now perfect. with our choice, we just broke the internet. We just broke the internet.
we went against the popular consensus, which is exactly what happens when you have like a cult film on your hand.
You saw that voting poll. What was it, 93% to 7%? 93% to 7. Here we go. Bullet Train is a date movie at best. Oh man. Oh wow. Shots fired. We didn't even say that. Oh, that's right. Hell yeah. Let's celebrate with Toad Venom. There you go. Well, this was a blast. And again, I enjoyed Bullet Train, and I wouldn't have been all angry if Bullet Train won because it is a fun movie. But yeah, man, bone breaking, chainsaw slashing, and the Toad scene, man. I will remember that Toad Venom scene forever. I'll most likely forget about Bullet Train after I got done watching it today, except for the two brothers, and some other characters. And Joey was great too. But yeah, that's it for today's episode of Versus. Would have been interesting having Rick Myers here, and he loses. Usually, Rick never loses Versus. It would have been interesting.
You show up, Rick.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. Rick most likely probably would have said something and be like, it makes sense why you guys voted for fight. Rick's got to take a shot somehow. But yeah, love you, Rick. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and hanging out on the channel today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The Old Samurai Guy. Continue to follow the Movie Dojo podcast right here on YouTube and on Spotify. Hype the video. Lots of cool interviews coming up. I just got done interviewing Demetrius Angelo. Check that out. If you guys are classic old school kung fu from the golden era, you want to check out that video for sure. But James, anything you got coming up right now?
I was working on my documentary, Indie Action Rising, the art of micro-budget action cinema. Got a bunch of really good interviews done so far. That's round one. About to start round two. I got about another half dozen or so people to reach out to and hopefully talk about making action movies for no money. And while also having some really cool clips of kick-ass indie action movies.
Nice. Excited to watch that, man. Definitely excited to watch that. And remind everybody about the most recent video game you got out there right now.
So it's recently released, Sword of the Apocalypse. It is it's kind of like a Ninja Gaiden style platformer for the Game Boy Color. You can actually play it on real hardware, and we're already hard at work doing another episode of that game. So kind of keep the story going.
Nice, yeah, man. It looks phenomenal. It looks like a lot of fun. And Frankie, he's a if you think Samurai Guy's busy, this guy is even more busier than I am. What you got coming up, my friend?
Well, I just wrapped up one of the most requested Hong Kong New Wave films. I just finished doing commentary with that. Collaborated with with 2 different regions to make this release happen. Got a few Japanese titles I'm working on, and also a Chinese DTV film that's gonna get a physical media release. I'm doing an essay on that.
Nice.
And on top of that, I got an amazing project launching next month where I'm going to highlight individuals that need a voice in these films that portray that gangster lifestyle. So I'm going to get people that live that life from Hong Kong, New York, and Japan, speak about their lifestyle and which films they find authentic that represent the lifestyle they live. Because, we consume so much of these gangster films.
Yeah.
What about their perspective on these movies? What they think about it and which is their favorite?
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting, man. Nice. Anything for Arrow Video, or you can't really share that yet? You can't share that news with us.
I can't share nothing. If it was Arrow Video, I would have been screaming at you on the DMs like, yo. I got some few things. I'm taking it easy with projects because, I need to keep this beautiful hair going, So I'm being very picky. I got a few things going on and some archiving projects. Like, what I do with out of print films. Like, I upload it for internet archiving for everybody,
Yeah. Copy that. Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. Awesome work as always. And look forward to seeing what you got. Both of you have coming up next. And Red Eclipse looks forward to the next Versus episode. So, hey, if you guys want to, those of you who are watching right now, if you want to know before anyone else what the next Versus episode is going to be, hey, click on that join button above, become a channel member, or join us over there on Patreon. You get exclusive content. And I thank you all for watching. Love you guys. Yes, there we go. Jim Jam says, good luck, James. Good luck to Frankie and, of course, Fat. Yes. And I'll play this little trailer, and then we'll wrap it up for the day to remind you guys of what's coming up to the Urban Action Showcase.
Okay. The Urban Action Showcase presents martial arts movie mayhem. The return of Saturday afternoon Kung Fu Theater to Times Square. The golden age of Kung Fu cinema is back on a deuce. Step into the action. Step into the showcase. Step into the action. Step into the action. Step into the showcase. Step into the action. Step into the showcase.
Yeah, that's right. So April 18th, they're going to be playing Warriors 2 on the big screen. So if you guys are out there in the East Coast and you want to check that out, go to the Urban Action Showcase.com and check out the website, and they'll give you all the info of what movies are on the way and how to get tickets. So yeah, there you go. Warriors 2, baby. And Fist of the White Lotus, 5 Venoms, all that good stuff. All right, guys, take care. See you legends on the next one. Poor Tristan. We still love you, brother.